It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Joshua Dobbs. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the 49ers and the Lions on Monday Night Prime Time.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Bronc. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career.
Punter Mitch Wishnowski ready to do the honors. And we're off from Levi's Stadium. He's going to field this at the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. And leading them out in his 9th NFL season, he experienced a real resurgence last year. It's Jared Goff.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Injuries like these haven't stopped them from locking up a playoff spot, Brock. They've been able to fight through them to remain one of the best teams in the entire conference.
And I love that word, fight. It's definitely the key one here. There's been tremendous fight, grit, toughness up and down this roster to keep their level of play despite all these injuries. And they've gotten some tremendous fight out of the players who've stepped into those shoes and taken advantage of the opportunities.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, Goff. He finds Laporta. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They send the tight end in motion. Goff on 1st and 10. He's got time here. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Now motion him out of the backfield. Goff now on 3rd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. He's got room to roam here. And the 49ers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. All right, we'll take a brief timeout here for an injured player. Never something you want to see this late in the season. They're going to check him out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Dobbs. Still on his feet. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Man in motion out of the slot. Another try following the sack. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
One defense held on the first series, and now the other group, well, they're answering the call and doing so in a big way. Back-to-back sacks, setting this offense way behind schedule. Kate, I think we're setting the stage for a hard-nosed, grinded-out kind of defensive football game.
A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. 3rd down coming. Dobbs. That's brought in by Jennings. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And it can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. First down throw from Goff. Deep. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Connects on one to Jamison Williams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
That's St. Brown working the sideline, complete. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 32. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the 49ers will go on offense. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They stick with McCaffrey. Jukes out a one-stop. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis. Third down, 1 yard to go. Here's Dobbs. Hits his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. That one gains 7. And that's a 49er first down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Escapes a defender. And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's on the move. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and the back who can show off his wheels.
Motioning one of the tight ends. They go play action on first. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. A give left side to McCaffrey. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's about 3 yards, but still a tall mountain to climb. 3rd and long upcoming. Now it's Dobbs. Sheds off a rusher. He's on the move. He's running for it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Moody knocks it through. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
On 1st down, it's Goff. This is hauled in by Peoples-Jones. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Catch made left side by Laporta. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll motion Peoples-Jones left. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. This one goes for 3 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
It's a gain of 3.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Charvarius Ward brings him down. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Has it downfield, working the left. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Laporta with the grab. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They put a receiver in motion right. They go play action with Goff. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's third down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. It was there. He just couldn't corral it. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Michael Badgley on now for the Lions field goal. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Lambeau able to put it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's a type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second.
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Now a give. It's McCaffrey headed right. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Dobbs now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Lions headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. Throwing is Goff. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. And now it's 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. Hits him on the out route. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Lions the first.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Lions first down.
Goff back to throw. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Finds Laporta. And they make the tackle at the 38. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Off play action, Goff. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
A gain of 26
It's a pickup of 26. And that gives the Lions the first. Running it with David Montgomery. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They bring a tight end in motion right. They go play action here. Oh, he nearly reeled that in, as close as you can get. But well, Dan Campbell never shy when he disagrees with a call, and he's thrown the red flag here. Well, we can see he made the catch. He definitely has possession, but did both of those feet hit down in the end zone?
Yeah, get that zoom button ready to go. Get the magnifying glass. Was there any green right between his feet and that end line? That's what they're going to be looking for in the replay booth.
So Dan Campbell thought that he had something, but the challenge doesn't go as planned. Point after converted from Badgley. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Fox now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up.
Still first down.
Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. They bring the tight end in motion. Play action on 1st down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They send a tight end in motion. Throw on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Broke through the tackle. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And the Lions will go on offense. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Another one for Gibbs. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. That's 5, it looks like, on the play. So now it's going to be 3rd and 8. Goff. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now Goff. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll motion Peoples-Jones left. Goff now on 3rd down. That's St. Brown working the sideline, complete. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Here's Goff. He completes it in traffic. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 2nd and 3 now. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Goff to the air now. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Goff. Looking for a target. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Lambo able to put it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, we'll take a brief timeout here for an injured player. Never something you want to see this late in the season. They're going to check him out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. So it'll be 2nd down. Dobbs. That throw finds Kittle. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's out of bounds after reaching the 40. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 38. Into the hands of Kittle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line, 1st and 10. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 39-yard line.
From the 39. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Running it after the penalty. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up, and they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Goff. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now it's Dobbs. Escapes the pocket. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Kittle brings it in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs now. He's on the move. Now here he goes.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 3. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they've made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this
And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Mitch Wisnowski on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt goes 63 yards. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Goff on 1st and 10. Has the connection to right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First down throw from Goff. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
St. Brown's got it, complete. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Throwing now from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. From the 24. Has him on the quick hitter. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. To the air, Dobbs. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They'll throw it again. Rolling out to his left. San Francisco calls it second timeout. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to throw, Dobbs. Caught by Jennings. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing is Dobbs. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And that makes it 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Here's Dobbs. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I'm may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Jennings coming in motion right. 1st down from the red zone. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Getting out to his left. He's keeping it. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw, Dobbs. On the move, headed right. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up.
For the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Moody knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
Lions take over 1st and 10.
Throwing it just before halftime. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. That brings us to the break, and it's the visiting Lions holding an early advantage. As we'll kick you over now to Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman. Coach, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the visiting Broncos who were able to come in and get the road victory. The Bengals were this close to a perfect regular season, but they couldn't finish it off, and they fall to 15-1 with 1 game remaining until playoff time. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Justice Hill doing plenty of damage on the ground as he went well over 100 yards in the victory. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. A touchdown the difference, 21-14, the final score. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Fox now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And he's played a major impact in their passing game, too. Look at this. We're near the end of the season, and he's leading all NFL backs in receiving yards. To throw it on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. He's got to gain a 6 there. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 4. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. On first down, it's Gibbs. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. They go play action with Goff. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Goff now on 3rd down. He gets this one to Peoples-Jones. Out of bounds, just short of the 35. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Gibbs now from the gun. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Renardo Green with that tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 37. This is hauled in by Peoples-Jones. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. New set of downs for him from the 46. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. Off play action, Goff. He finds Laporta. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5. So 3rd down becomes much tougher for him as 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and a much more difficult 6. Goff on 3rd. That's caught for the first. And they make the tackle at the 38. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, it's Goff. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. So 2nd down coming up. Throwing again, it's Goff. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as you can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
The Lions readying for the punt. Jack Fox will kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The 49ers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his attention has gone to all of their receivers, Brock. This guy has continued to do damage in the passing game as well. Quite a weapon they've been able to use him as throughout this contest. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
That one's incomplete over the middle. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Punt team on the field. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. The Lions offense returning to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. A tight end in motion now. Goff on 1st and 10. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And it sets up second down. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Goff back to throw. Pass complete to Gibbs. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's able to work this down to the 41. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Again, it's Gibbs. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Second and 13. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Now Goff. Into the hands of Gibbs. Still has some space inside the 35. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st down throw from Goff. Able to find Peoples-Jones here. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Well, this has been a talking point all year, Brock. He's really had to shoulder the load for this offense all season, and look at where it's led him. More completions in a season than any quarterback in history.
It all comes with the territory of being an NFL quarterback. You're the be-all and end-all of your offense so many times. And for this group, especially this year, to his credit, I think he's even exceeded their expectations on his way to this piece of history.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. It's taken in by Williams. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions now lead by 10. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Badgley with the extra point. And the Lions drive their lead to 11.
49ers 9.
Fox now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here come the 49ers on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They stick with McCaffrey. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll motion him out of the backfield. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell with the INT. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, there he was. A step away from making the post-game highlights you see on the news from going viral. Couldn't quite get there. Now they need to punch this one in to convert the interception into points.
It sure wasn't for lack of effort, though, and nobody in this stadium wanted to touch the pay dirt more than that return. He did all he could do.
He did.
Sometimes you're just an agonizing step or two away from that kind of glory.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Montgomery. With some fancy footwork there for the touchdown. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs then, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Point after converted from Badgley. And the Lions push their lead to 18.
49ers 9.
Fox now to kick this one away.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Took off with it again.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. That's Marcus Davenport with the tackle. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of third down, they're now defending 1st and 10. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. Back to throw, Dobbs. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 50-yard line.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Down and 9.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Goff. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Goff. Finds Laporta. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets hauled down. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's got it up to the 10. That gives him 7, sets up 4th down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Punting unit out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he'll haul in this punt. Fair catch made at the 45-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the 49ers will go on offense. Play action on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Throw complete to Juszczyk. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers make it an 11-point ball game. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff.
Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. He breaks the tackle, and he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. From the 29. Searches from the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Going to the ground again on first. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
From the 44 here on second down. This one falls incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And it's third down.
Kirby Joseph on the coverage.
Running back sent in motion. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
They connect for the first. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Left the offense out there on fourth down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
First and 10 from the 41. Now a give. It's McCaffrey headed right. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They kick the running back in motion. Catch is made by Elijah Mitchell. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. All right, we'll take a brief timeout here for an injured player. Never something you want to see this late in the season. They're going to check him out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 37, Kittle brings it in. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. This drive just keeps on moving. After the penalty, resets that marker. Running back sent in motion left. Brought in right side. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. On the toss, it's McCaffrey. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
4th down now, and on comes Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Here's Raymond on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. On 1st down, it's Goff. And they're going to tag a defender with this one.
Pass interference. Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Here's a give to Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Dumps it off to his running back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Williams coming in motion right. Goff on 3rd. Stays. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. getting the sack, setting up fourth down. Well, it picks everybody up on that sideline, and now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 24-yard line.
Going run again with McCaffrey. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Running it after the penalty. And he's brought down across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. It's going to be 2 on the pickup, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 13.
3rd down and 13.
Here's Dobbs. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Goff on 1st and 10. To the sideline it goes. He's got to be on the marker. Looks like he stayed in as well. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
1st down, Detroit.
Rush coming for Goff. Oh no, the ball is loose. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll bring out the punter here. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Now outruns their offense to take over. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing is Dobbs. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And this one doesn't go far.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Lions will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Sending a tight end in motion left. First down throw from Goff. He finds Laporta. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Lions up by 8. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Sending a receiver left. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Third down run by Gibbs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Ball at the 33 for first down. They send St. Brown in motion left. First down, and they go right back to him. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Running left, it's Montgomery.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
A give left side for Gibbs. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag. That's going to bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He has it at the 22. Trying to break a return. Oh, no, he lost the football! And they steal it back on the return. And he'll go down here at the 16. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Lions get the win on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.